two teams who need their quarterbacks to step up and lead their offenses on the gridiron today. It's the Cowboys going up against the Falcons. So for the call of this week's 17 matchup, let's send it out to our broadcast team.
To see what their mindset is going into this game. Sometimes that can be deflating, and sometimes that can just really make you mad and more determined the next time. Meanwhile, the visitors here, the Cowboys, they're on a group of great winners of 5 of their last 6 games. The season, week 17 is underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. On the first down completion. A good safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
And that run was what a lot of people call an explosive run. Gave them good yardage, solid yardage. They feel good about the whole thing, and they did it behind a 2 tight end set. It's always interesting to watch what offenses want to do with the 2 tight ends. Sometimes they line them up together for a power set. Sometimes they put one on each side of the line of scrimmage to balance things out. No matter what, though, when you see 2 tight ends on the field, your first thought is that they can run. In this case, the offense was able to run successfully. That's another nice run, and I have to tell you, some of the coaches that I played for, their philosophies are always different when they see a guy running the ball well. Some of them wanted to immediately go to play action and throw it now because it's wide open. The other coaches said, you know something? Until they stop him, that big boy's going to keep getting the football. And that might be the direction that they're going to go right now.
Second down here after the incomplete pass.
Let's go!
Catch good for 5. It's third down.
That's not good. Double tight, guys, double tight.
So third and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there. And that is incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver. And that brings up 4th down.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they run successful.
And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage. A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, get it
26, just a 1-yard gain.
Let's see what the offense comes with here. 2nd and 8.
Complete to his running back. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down. An extra defensive back in the game now here for 3rd and 4. They'll look to throw. And incomplete. A disappointing drop there defensively by the rookie. And now 4th down. So the Cowboys will punt it on 4th down. As on is the veteran Chris Jones to kick it away.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And it'll be Falcon football as they take possession. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
All right, here we go.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that
Lost the football. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. So the defense there opportunistic.
it's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, just give credit to what belongs. Knocked it free, made it pretty clear.
Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down. They couldn't get anything going there out of the right side in the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the beginning of the game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. One man in the backfield, Elliott. Looking to throw, and he's got Hireman. And he gets the 1st down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. Fresh set of downs here.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
The play clock's running down. First down carry by Elliott. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
All right, here we go. Green 39.
They run it now out of the gun. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the 1st down as he's tackled at the 1.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off bounds and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this time around.
Big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over. The other team takes it down and scores. That could be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Wasn't able to get anything, no gain. Fumbled once already. Maybe he's being a little careful. Not necessarily on that play, but I'm sure that's in his mind somewhere.
Oh, without a doubt, because protecting the football is job one for anyone who's carrying it. And that's exactly what he tried to do on that play, but it didn't gain him any yardage. Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
On play action, they'll throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
On fourth down, here's Matt Bosher on the punt. Taken in at the 11. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. And he's got it. Got his man on the end round. Complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I mean, it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you have a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield. And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receiver's breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
Of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
The defense won that play so fast that I think if the running back even had time to notice if anyone was there, it was just a blink of an eye, and there was a loss on the play.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's got a rifle on deep left side, and this is caught. And that one results in 35 yards.
They went for the haymaker there, didn't they? A big shot towards the end zone, and they came up with the catch, but they were tackled short of the goal line. The defense escaped the big one there. Now they got to try and hold him to a field goal attempt.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut it. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, if some guy can get the casualties at times, we're trying to win a game.
Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Falcons in possession to begin quarter number 2. They've got it 2nd and 6 to start things out.
4 down, check. Green, 39. Green. Check.
Again, they'll run with Freeman. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up.
Playing against a 3-4 in front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front, and it may be a guard can slide up to the 2nd level and block the linebacker, that's when you have success running the football.
A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
And now a high kick trying to pin him back. Taking it about the 36. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. And out now come the Cowboys. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the edge? A good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure. I love it. See if they dial it up this time. Working his way for a gain of 7 to the 26.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. It's almost a tendency breaker.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks. It doesn't matter what you call a position, it's who you put there in order to have completion.
It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Brandon, that play ended so fast, it's almost as if the quarterback handed it to the runner and the tackle was there right away for a loss of yardage.
7 yards remaining here on 3rd down.
Let's go. 3-9.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
And Zerline's kick is good. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. So it's a 7-play drive, but it stalls out in the end.
Let's credit the defensive front 7. They were a little leaky at the start of the drive, but they stiffened toward the end.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time. Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone.
Hey, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They're going to look to throw. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. He'll drop to throw. He's got it. It's Williams. So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
They'll look to throw again. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Offense still needing 10 yards. 2nd down.
Here we go now.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. And boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. When he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his. When you put together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line. Now here's the Falcons defense getting set to go again. And with a deficit here, they gave up the field goal last time, but with this deficit, Charles, how important is a stop on this drive?
Extremely. And you know that they heard it on the sideline. You know they heard it going out onto the field, and they're telling it to each other. No more points given up. We've got a chance to still get into this game.
As a defensive guy, you kind of like that challenge. You don't want to be down, but do you like that challenge?
You don't want to be in that position, and you wish you had taken the challenge a little bit earlier. But now, this is it. It has to happen at this point.
They'll come up now in the Wildcat package. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. With 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
And again here, we'll see the Wildcat.
Let's go. 3-38.
All of a 360. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. So this is not the QB here. They're going to do a direct snap out of the Wildcat.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack. Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. And a cutback to the sideline. A pickup of 24 on the third down conversion.
I know it's all smiles on the offensive side of the ball right now, but you and I both know the entire mindset was just pick up the first down. What do you call that? One of those gravy plays?
Gravy, absolutely. They got more than they bargained for.
Love the way it turned out for them. Couldn't imagine going into the play that they thought this would be the end result.
Yeah, the defense got to be shaking their head, though. And they'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing out second down.
When the defensive line controls the offensive front the way we just saw there, it doesn't allow any of the offensive linemen to leak downfield and get to the linebackers and block them on the second level. You end up with the type of play we just saw. Linebackers didn't have to fight anyone off, didn't have to knock anyone to the side, didn't have to elude anyone trying to block them. They just saw the play, ran to the ball, and finished things off.
And the 2-minute warning lurking. This will probably be the last play before we hit it.
Yeah, they want to get themselves in position to score in this last shot before the clock hits.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. Back now. As I search for my cue card here, there we go. Larry Ridley will join us from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis from our first half. Touchdown, Cowboys! A great effort there with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And it'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Zerline now for the PAT. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And the Falcons now making their way back out onto the field. And last time out, they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it.
Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case? From the extra equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. If you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job. Finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store.
How many times when we see an incomplete pass, we just look at the receiver and say, should have caught that. And that was a drop, and we just put down the offense. Another credit for the defense there. They just forced an incompletion.
Yeah, especially after starting in a tough spot defensively, but a good start there on first down.
That'll give them a little extra confidence there, starting, as you said, in a tough spot and being able to make a play on first down.
So here we go now. Extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. He made his first, this from 47 yards out. I don't think this will even help. It doesn't even get there. Well short, and this score will stay right where it is. So it's an empty possession there, and you have to say it's not like him to come up short on a kick like that.
Yeah, and it's real easy for me to say this, but anything in the 40 to 49-yard range should be pretty automatic for an NFL kicker, especially in terms of at least getting it there. So you're right. That is a surprise if this would come up short.
What we got? Tight is Ringo. Tight is on Ringo. Tight is on Ringo. All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And it's off the mark, incomplete. The tight end, Max Williams, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That's very good for only a couple of brings up third down. And now they're in the hurry-up. Out of the gun now on third down. And this is going to be incomplete. It's one of those ones that is so hard to judge, but defensive holding there, that's what the referee saw.
Got in left. Got in left. Three down. Let's go. 3-19.
Back to throw now on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
Swings it out to the flat for Freeman. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Freeman, the lone man in the backfield. And they'll get it up the middle. And he'll get it up to the... And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. Here's Matt Bosher now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead. But a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get out for the half.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Yet again, here's a Wildcat look.
Come on, let's go.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And a nice gain of 21 yards. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
And having built that kind of a lead, they're able to do whatever they want right now. All momentum on their side, especially now running the football.
Yeah, you're talking about a defense being on their toes. They don't know what's going to hit them next. Touchdown, Cowboys! Ezekiel Elliott in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cowboys will extend their lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. This will be caught at about the 3. And he is into the end zone. So they get 2 more on the board here just before halftime.
Partner, they're up big. They snap the ball from the 15 for a regular PAT. Yet they fake it and get it. Is the kicker's leg tired? What's going on here?
I don't know, but defensively, now with this deficit, now you add 2 more onto that. They fake the PAT. That stings a little.
It definitely stings, and I know the guys that I played for, they wouldn't be as mad at the opposition as they would have been at us for allowing that to happen.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
Double tight. 3 down.
They come out here in the eye. They go play action here on first down. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. And not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So
Hang on, we'll jump over halftime. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half.
A battle for it, and it's intercepted. A great lead, and it's picked off. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. So we get set to start this third quarter. Here's the Falcons offense now. Charles, when plays like that work, it's a thing to behold, but sometimes we see why they're going deep in the playbook.
And how many times have we been at practice and heard all the other guys chirping about, you know, he's still quarterback in height.
Devontae Freeman, they're not going to get him. Touchdown, Falcons. Devontae Freeman, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons cut into that lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
They come up in an offset eye. They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. And he'll get this up. They're going to do it at the 33. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. And they're going to speed things up here.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Set up to throw. On the left side, it's complete. A good pickup there, 22. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Here we go now. No. Check. Patriot. Let's see it. Here we go now. Blue 90.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary. Third. They'll run and out of the gun. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talking about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage. Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They're taking the short, steady bursts.
They'll look to throw. This will be caught at about the 3. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up first and goal.
Okay, when the big guy runs a corner route, you're asking a lot no matter who's covering him. Doesn't matter if it's a linebacker or a defensive back. He usually has the advantage because of his body type.
And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape for this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play we just saw. But you know their defense is going to be. But we put up big points all game long. The defense is going to win one every now and then.
Back to throw here. This will be caught at about the 5. They'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. When you throw it this close to the goal line, usually you're thinking touchdown. Here they actually complete it but lose yardage.
When you're this close to the goal line, you have to anticipate that maybe you're going to...
And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the...
End zone. And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot in the end zone and made it pay off.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Here we go now.
I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play. Something in the air, deep ball. About them just taking it big-time jaunt. Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
6 yards here to go for the offense on second down.
Alert, alert. 3 down, 3 down. Here we go,
Freeman again. And he showcased the spin, but couldn't do much else as he's wrangled down. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down.
Well, partner, they've been running it well the entire game, and the big guys up front, they're a huge reason why. And now they're reaping the benefits as they continue to open up big holes and gain nice yardage.
On third down, Devontae Freeman. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a fourth down.
This team doesn't mind running the ball in any situation, and I thought he was going to get the first down the way the play developed, but the defense closed in and stopped him just about a yard short.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Taking it about the 16. Almost not kept his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Falcons defense gearing up as they take the field. And with this deficit, let's be honest, it's time for them to get a stop.
And partners, you understand very well from our time together visiting with coages, defensive coordinators tend to get a little more emotional, a little more high-strung than others. I have a feeling that speech came out about taking a stand and bowing up in this possession.
Yeah, that's where this word pride comes out, right?
In a big way. First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Time running out here on the play clock. And now with a play clock winding down, a whistle and possibly a false start. 6 yards to go here on second down.
Let's go.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 4th down and 6. And when you're running the football, one thing you don't want to see is a big boy coming up there and swallow you whole in those D tackles and those tackles.
No, you're actually counting on your big boys to protect you from them. But on that play, the defensive tackle had the leverage, and he won the battle. No gain, correct?
No gain. Got a little handsy there, defensive holding, Charles.
And defenders will get away with as much as you will allow. The 5-yard mark tells the officials where the line should be drawn.
Give it here to his running back. And he'll get this only up to about the 45. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, heading to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
They come up with an offset eye. The tight end changing his position. Play clock winding down. Now they'll run it on the toss. Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, sometimes you got to win at the point of attack, and on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
One quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. And defensively, it's a nickel formation here on 3rd down and 9. They'll try and run with a fullback. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down.
That was a big chunk of yards picked up there. And big fella, sometimes you don't need a whole lot of space created. He can make his own way.
Well, now comes the Cowboys punter. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to something else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
They'll look to throw. Caught left side, Williams. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
He'll drop to throw. Throws a quick hit on the slant. That's complete. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves his sticks.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. He dropped an 8.
Oh, ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Ah, yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
Oh, you're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while, to have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski. Okay, Oski was an
things for
interception.
different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a
too many
syllable word.
syllables.
You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. So out come the Falcons now. Start the drive. He completes it to Julio Jones. Well, they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. And until that point, we haven't seen Julio Jones. That's hard to believe here this late in the game.
And no one more frustrated than Julio Jones because Receivers feed off of catches. That's their fuel, and that's also their affirmation. He hasn't been getting much of that in this game, and their team is losing, and he wants to have a better effect on the game.
His fourth touchdown of the year. And the Falcons claw one back.
Well, I do have one word for that touchdown for you, partner. You ready?
Yeah.
Cosmetics.
Just makes things look a little better. I don't know. It's like putting lipstick on a pig.
Yeah, and it's hard to do, too. And the pig doesn't like the lipstick a heck of a lot, but you do like the fact that they're battling down the stretch, still trying to put something on the board, even though this game is over.
By the way, how rude is that to the pig? Look at all the things they give us. Pulled pork, bacon. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive.
When a coaching staff sees their team run the ball this successfully in the fourth quarter, they're really excited because you can plan for a running game all you want and want to press that advantage when you get it. But for the most part, it's a little bit of a surprise. And right now, they've got to keep that going, want to continue to grind out the clock because it's definitely in their favor at this stage of the game. Can they close the game out and continue to do exactly what we just saw there, and that's run the football?
They'll need to get the play off quickly. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front, they moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
Second down following the run.
Roger. Hey, 4 down. Come on, let's go.
The play clock's running down. And on the ground they go with a running back. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Time running out here on the play clock. They brought in an extra defensive back here, so probably not expecting a run on 3rd and 3.
A good call.
2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
So many things go into making a good play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big start, and then a nice tackle to finish things off.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. Play clock winding down. And maybe some indecision on what to do, and they're going to get a delay. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on here to punt it away.
hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. And after the slow start, the numbers show he has really straightened things out. How often sometimes is that you come into a game and the defense is game planned a little differently than you expected?
More often than maybe people realize, so adjustments are often a big part of each and every game, and it's not just getting to halftime. It's series to series to make it work, and being able to hang in there when there's more adversity early and see them able to flip it around, it's kind of gratifying for a team to watch, especially for a coach.
Green 39!
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And Jones has it over the middle. 23 yards on the play. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels.
Here we go now. Green 39! Green 39!
Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
All right, here we go. 3-19! 3-19!
Back to throw now on 1st down. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
They come out 5 wide. 3 of them to the right side.
Blue line! Blue line!
They'll look to throw again. It's complete to Jones. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So here we go, a 3rd down after the 2nd down pass completion.
Here we go now. Blue line!
Back to throw again. And that is incomplete.
I have to say that was a surprise call on 3rd and inches. I thought they'd try and run the football there, but you got to believe they thought they'd surprise the defense and pick up something downfield, but that one goes incomplete.
And it's a fake here on 4th and inches. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Touchdown, Falcons. And they lulled them to sleep a little bit there on defense. They were definitely expecting the punt. They fake it, and they get 6 points.
And what a bonus for the offense, because when they faked it, I think they were just trying to get a 1st down with this pass. Instead, they get a touchdown.
Lambo on for the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down to 22. So there'll no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And the Cowboys are able to recover. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all, and if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it, but yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
It's a pickup at 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down. He set up very well for the rest of the drive.
And not much running room. Down to the 32. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. 1st level defensive line, 2nd level linebackers, 3rd level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a 1st level run, and it was stopped by a 2nd level player.
He loses 4, and it brings up 4.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one, maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
And this is good. It was running kind of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And that'll extend this lead now up to 25. So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the fourth.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once we were down huge. And so I said, Coach, when you want to call, here's what.
Now everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
All right, here we go. Blue line it. Blue line it.
On second down, Freeman. And for one of the few times here today, this one's not going to go anywhere. Now, whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. This is fielded at the 7. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros. And barring something unforeseen, this will be the last play of the game. Another Wildcat look here. We've seen this a lot.
Let's go. 1, 9, 1.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And all the way down to the 36-yard line. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Cowboys, a final win means they will finish off the regular season at a very strong 12-4. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, the loss is number 8 for them on the year. And they'll get the extra week to think about this one as they return to action in 2 weeks' time. So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.